Welcome back to Spartan News. Today we're back with Mr. Michaels talking about the small houses that they're making in Woodtech.
Yes, so once again here in the wood shop area, tiny houses is what has been talked about building for several years now. And we're finally getting to the point. The lumber was delivered last week, and we are in the process of framing the first floor. Actually, you'll see it done, and over the next few weeks, you should see a roof put on. So that's our goal here, is to get these all built by the end of the year and ship them off to some people who need some temporary housing.
All right. And so, what wood is this made out of? Like, what kind of wood is this?
What are the tiny houses made out of?
Yes, what are the tiny houses?
So we use, of course, Northwest greatest Douglas fir, is what we're framing with, and all the studs, which are the vertical members, and all the joists are all Douglas fir from the Pacific Northwest. And then we have plywood, also from the Pacific Northwest, and then a bunch of other products that are shipped from all over the United States. And they're bought by Department of Commerce, actually, and they contribute to the funding for the Low Income Housing Institute. And they're the ones who put this together with Lowe's, who contributed the wood for a no profit. So it's a great opportunity for everybody. Win-wins for everybody who needs a house.
Okay. About how long do these houses take to make?
If I'm framing it, about a week. If students are framing it, about 8 weeks. So that should take us to the end of school year.
There you go. All right, and what classes make these tiny houses?
This is advanced wood technology, and also the architecture class are designing it. So they're designing 2 of them. So we're building 2 of these houses, and the architecture class has proposed a couple of design changes, modifications to Low Income Housing Institute, and we are building those.
So is there going to be like plumbing and electricity or stuff in this house?
So these homes are finished completely to move in. So there's not only a basic electrical plug, light, and switch. They don't allow any heaters or such in there, but they do have some remote things that they put in. But we do have lights and something for a computer plug-in, say for someone who wants to donate something. We also have finished floor. All the walls are painted, and furniture for beds are put in.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
All right, cool. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey Spartans, this is a friendly reminder with peace and love to clean up your trash. We have lots of amazing trash cans that are super convenient to use. Make sure to throw away your trash during lunch and at all other times. Also, if you find yourself unable to determine if something should be thrown in the trash, recycling, or compost, just throw it in the trash so it doesn't potentially contaminate the recycling. Rating trash spots. The microwave. No. The ceiling. No. The trash can. Yes. Thank you, Spartans.
Hi Spartans, I'm Katie and I'm here with Ms. Rogers to talk about the end of the year. Are there any events for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. We're going to try to do, we're bringing back field day, which I think for seniors is going to be exciting because I don't think we've done it since seniors were freshmen. Well, I know we haven't. And it's been fun talking with ASB and Ms. Eastman about how to really like go big or go home for field day, make it really fun for students. So that's gonna be something really fun to look forward to. The afternoon of June 3rd. And then that morning we're going to do our moving up assembly. We also are going to, I think, have an end of spring sports kind of celebration pep assembly coming up here in May as well. So some fun things to look forward to. And then of course, prom and graduation. Who could not think that's amazing?
That's super exciting. Are there any new plans for next year that you know of?
I think right now, just like in my mind and just some of the preliminary conversations I've had with some folks, ASB in particular, I think the push is really just to be able to have assemblies, do some of those really fun traditions that we've had to kind of we either had to modify really heavily this year or not do them at all. So again, just kind of bringing on that theme of like really going big and really organizing it and really making a big push to, have people involved and participate and fun spirit ideas and all that stuff. I think that's where we're landing. And then thinking about how we can build on that and try some new stuff too.
Yeah. Staying on the topic, how has COVID impacted school, and how do you think it's going to go next year, if it's going to get better?
I certainly hope it gets better. I think it's getting better, but I want to acknowledge that, COVID still exists. We are still having positive cases in our community. We still have a number of people in our school and our community that feel more comfortable being masked, and that's totally okay. I suspect that next year, the beginning of the year, there will likely be very few, if any, restrictions, similar to kind of where we are this year. I think time will tell. But I think that it's just an awareness that we're all, thinking about. I know for me personally, I'm thinking about sometimes my personal space or just, hand washing and after I've been somewhere or things like that. So I hope that we can, just move forward in a more kind of pre-COVID fashion while keeping those precautions and ways that we can be aware of our, proximity to others in mind. But I'm hopeful for that because I think it's so important for students to be able to have all these experiences that school offers them that we've really had to modify so heavily for the last couple of years. And I know how hard that's been.
Yeah, I agree. Coming back to school, it's just been so much fun being able to see everyone's faces and everything with the mask lift.
And on a personal note, it's been so nice to finally see oh, that's what you look like, person that I've seen, walking by me in the halls. And I've been smiling at you underneath my mask, realizing you don't know I'm smiling at you. So it's been just really nice to see people's faces. And I know teachers have echoed that as well.
Yeah. So bell schedule, is that going to change next year?
I think the bell schedule is definitely going to modify slightly. I think we're still negotiating what that's exactly going to look like. But I think the best, and it's my goal that everybody that is returning to VHS next year, not graduating, is aware of what that's going to look like, hopefully before we leave for summer. We're still working out, tweaking that a little bit. But I think the overall piece there that's important to know is we are likely going to have, I think with the exception of Mondays where we'll still have the early release, Tuesday through Friday will be a rotating 4-period schedule. So 4 classes a day. And for the most part, I think those classes will all be the same amount of time. Right now, I think just about every day or every couple of days, it's a different length. So trying to be a little more consistent about that.
Do you think that we'll keep the 6 periods on Wednesday?
I don't think we will.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have to meet a certain amount of instructional minutes per the state. Mm-hmm. And so trying to do that while keeping it consistent. I think it's just been really confusing is what I've heard from a lot of students and teachers about, what day is it? What schedule are we on? And that I think people have really adjusted marvelously to a pretty complicated daily schedule. So I just want to give a shout out. That being said, I think if we can simplify it, it will make everybody probably feel a little more comfortable. Yeah.
And is cereal considered a soup?
Is cereal considered a soup? Let's see. I'm gonna go with yes, because if you leave cereal in the milk for 10 minutes, you're definitely looking at soup.
Yeah, it's all mushy.
I mean, and if you really want to get creative, it's Fruit Loops could basically be minestrone.
True. Very true. Okay. Thank you, Spartans. We'll see you next time.
Hey, Spartans. Welcome to this week's edition of Name That Tune. Going to keep this one short and sweet. I think you're going to recognize the tune. Don't forget to fill out the Google Forms. You guys can win a prize next week. Here we go. All right, until next week.